Hello everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7 people are missing. Wow. How are you guys doing today? Good, good. I'm doing fine, thank you. So, I'm instructor for this course. My name is Shahera Jannah, and I prefer my Gmail for you to contact me.
Do you remember, did you teach recitation for calculus?
I'm pre-calc.
Okay, great.
That's why I look familiar. I was like, why did I see you in the recitation? Okay, so I see few familiar faces. Good. So nice to see you guys. So my Gmail, I prefer my Gmail because I can see my email in my phone, and if you send me email in the Hunter email, I don't get to see them until I use my computer. So if you want instant or quicker reply, use my Gmail to contact me. My office hour is Wednesday at that time because I have a class after that. So if you want to come to office hour, you have to let me know before because of the space where where I have to be. Our office room is most of the time full, so I have to find a place to be for the office hour. Otherwise, you can just talk to me after class every day, no problem with that. Or before class. Our textbook is this one. Someone told me from my last one that it's available online. So if you just search online, you will find it, which is cool. We are going to use the textbook a lot because you're going to have to do homework, which will be assigned for the book. We're not going to use any platform like Lumen or anything. It's just a textbook. So you should have access to the textbook. The homework you'll see homework for every section. I don't remember how many sections we're going to cover, but we're going to cover few sections, a lot, 10, more than 10. And you're going to have homework on every section. And those homework, I'm planning you to submit on Brightspace instead of handing me the physical copy. You can just upload the PDF version on Brightspace, and I'll grade them based on your completeness. Like if you complete all of them, you get full credit. If you don't complete all of them, you don't get full credit. And before every exam, I'm planning to give you a review homework. So you're going to do all those review homework while I'm going to really check them based on the correctness. All of this homework, I'll let them know before, and you're going to submit them on Brightspace. I hope so. And this homework is actually 15% of the grade. Okay, so just because I'll see how many you completed, it doesn't mean you should just write anything you want. I'll check one or two of them. If one or two which I'm checking is correct, then I'm going to give you the full credit for the entire homework. If you let's say I assign 10 questions, and if you do all 10 questions, plus let's say I'm taking only one or two questions correctness, if they're correct, you get full credit. But the two questions I'm checking for everyone, if I get them wrong, then I'm not going to give you full credit. I'm going to give you less.
I'm with the DMLC. The learners are supposed to. Okay. Hi guys, I'm Jill. I'm from the Adult Learning Math Learning Center. We are on the 7th floor of the East Library. We offer math and tutoring, group study, review sessions, and study skills workshop. We have first week doctor hours tomorrow and Friday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. for just quick questions if you have anything any questions during the first week of class. But we officially open for tutoring on next Tuesday, September the 2nd. Our regular hours are from Monday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, we are virtual. There's no appointment needed, so you can just pop by, say hi. And because of that, you won't see the details on Navigate. You can also use the Center for Studying if you're just up there. We have an open house in collaboration with the other tutoring centers. So the Skirball Science Center and the Rockowitz Writing Center from next Tuesday to next Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. I was told I was supposed to say that there will be snacks. We also offer other study skills workshops like test taking, math and test anxiety, and note taking, both day and evening, on site and virtual. I was told to check with your instructor if they offer extra credit for these kind of things. Yes, a lot
We
of
do
it.
not.
I don't think
It's 160. It's
a lot of info, yes, but keep up with us on the website, hunter.cuny.edu.chiani, and find us on Instagram at hunter.chiani.
thank you. For 125 for pre-calculus, they do give extra credit, but for 160, I don't know why they told us no extra credit. There is no extra credit. What are you saying, Vivashiki?
Homework is 3%.
Homework, okay. So homework is 15% of your grade, all those homeworks, the weekly homework and the review homework, and 5% is your attendance. So be here, participate, talk, you get extra 5 points. Not points, sorry, 5%. Not extra, so that shouldn't say extra. The 5% is required. So if you're absent, you're going to lose that 5%. So don't be absent. You have to have 4 absences or 3 absences. Let me see, what do we have? 4. You can be absent for 4 days. We have to roll 28 days. So in 28 days, you can be absent for 4 days. I'm not going to count them, but besides those 4, every other absent will be counted. And exam, we have 2 in-class exam and the final exam. So we are going to drop the lowest one. So the 2 in-class exam, if one of them is you get the lowest point, and you have higher point on the other 2, the final exam and the other exam, then the lowest one will be dropped and final exam will be counted twice. However, if the final exam is the lowest one, then no in-class exam will be dropped. We are going to count all 3 exams, the 2 in-class and the final.
Why do you mention in-class exam? Like the final is also in person?
Final is in person, but since I'm teaching 2 sections together, so probably they will not be here, they'll be somewhere else.
Okay.
So in class means here, in class. And final means it's final, our time will be different. And our location could be different. They didn't tell me anything yet. Yeah, that's all. So the lowest one will be dropped if it's not the final one. If the final is the lowest, it will not nothing will be dropped, everything will be counted. Please be here on time, don't be late. And during class, there is no cell phone, no laptop, you don't need to use them. No cell phone. No cell phone, no laptop. You can use your tablet to write on, but no cell phone, no laptop during class. You can use them before class, after class, but not during class. Okay? You don't need the laptop anyway. Like she said, tutoring is available there. Go anytime you want. Not only for this class, if you're taking any other classes, go there, they'll help you. They're amazing. And then calculators, you're allowed to use calculator, but not the graphing one, only the scientific one. If you do use graphing one, then I'm going to take that area during your exam, because graphing calculator can do everything without doing any math, whatever we are going to do here, like matrix reduction. If you use graphing calculator, they'll give you the answer right away. You don't have to do any math, so there's no point of using graphing calculator. So only scientific calculators are allowed, no graphing calculators, don't use them during exam, but you can use them during homework because I cannot monitor you. About cheating, if I see you cheating means either you're using your watch or phone, or even you're copying from your neighbors, anything, any sort of cheating. If I see you, I'm going to take your exam and consider. And if you keep doing that, you're going to fail the class. If you have any type of disability, you can go to the accessibility center, talk to them, and then they will assess you whether you should get extra time during the exam. If they give you extra time, then it's amazing. You don't have to take the exam with us here. You can take the exam with them in their office and you get extra time. It is cool, not bad. And this is the syllabus or days, not syllabus actually, all the days I put together. Actually, I didn't make that. Our pre-calculus instructor, the coordinator, she did that. I borrowed it from her. So it says all the days when we will not meet, all the time, all the days when there is no school, and the 2 weird days, October 14 and 24. We're not supposed to meet in those 2 days because they're Tuesday and Friday. If you're going to meet them, because they follow Monday schedule. So you're going to do all the Monday classes in October. And then our last day of class is December 15, Monday. Most likely our exam will be 17, most likely. I don't know the exam date here. They didn't tell us yet, the final exam. Most likely on 17. And then this is what we have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We are going to cover 15 sections. So my plan is to give you the first exam after completing 1.5, second exam after completing 3.4, and the last 4, it will go in the final exam. Final exam is cumulative. Whatever you're going to learn from today till the last day, final exam will be based on everything. Okay? Any question?
How do you do like exam preparation? Like, do you give like a review sheet or something?
I'm planning to give you a review sheet. I did give review sheet before, so it will be another one. And then the homework you're going to do, that will be the review sheet. The review homework.
Okay. But do you make the exams or is it given to you?
The final exam, I'm not sure. The department might make it, but the in-class exam, I will make them.
Okay.
Send it to him.
You know, the 2 in-class exams, they're not cumulative, right? They're
No.
only like specific to. They're only do 2.
I used to do 3, but this semester I'm teaching 5 classes. And in one class, I had to give 4 exams. And the other classes, I had to give 3 exams. So total, I only have 15 exams to grade. So I was like, well, I don't want to do more here. I'll give you only 2. Your life will be easy, my life will be easy. Any other question? Okay. Sure.
From like your last semester, like how the class do?
I actually taught it 2 years ago. Or 1 year ago, 23. Yeah, 2 years. Oh, it's only 2 years long. They did good. I taught in the summer. It was 5 weeks. But still people did good, not bad. Because I only teach the easy stuff. I don't go about the harder ones. I want to make your life easy as well as my life to be easy. Any other question?
So we have to buy access code.
Someone told us that the book is free on, you can find it on Google. So Google the book, you'll see the free PDF.
He was asking about the homework is handed in class.
The homework, no platform. You're just going to do them by hand and upload them on Brightspace. I'm going to show you how to upload once I make that available. I didn't make the upload option yet. So you're not going to buy anything. You're not going to spend any money here, which is good.
Do you upload the lectures to Berkeley?
I will. I didn't do that yet because I'm still modifying everything from before. I made that 2 years ago, so I need to make some changes. So I'm still making that. Once I'm done with that, I'll start with the chapters. Any other question? Comments? Concerns? I'm going to tell you after each section, I'm going to tell you from this section, do this homework, upload, and I'm going to give you 1 week. Not 1 week, like every Monday midnight, the homework will be due. But next Monday, we don't have any class, so I'm going to give you Wednesday, the deadline. Okay, the first section is 1.1. We're going to do system of linear equations. System of linear equations, it means we are dealing with lines, a bunch of lines. We have many variables, and each variable, they have their own coefficients. So a1, x1 plus a2, x2, a3, x3, you add all of them, and they're set equals to some type of number. We call them, we have m many variables, x1, x2, x3, up to xm, and then we can have m many equations. Means you may have 2 equations, 3 equations, 4, 5, 6, whatever. So a system of equations with m variables and m equations, you can write in this format. Then there are so many equations, so many variables, we don't want to deal with them because that makes life so complicated. So what the mathematician did, they converted that bad looking system of equations into something nice looking, cool matrix. We call it augmented matrix. What they did is instead of taking the variables and their signs, plus minus sign, all they took was the coefficients. Coefficients of all the variables, put them together, and then the right side of the equation, put them together, separate them with a vertical line, we get the augmented matrix. This thing and those equations are the exact same things. They are written in equation form, and these are written in matrix form. So in an augmented matrix, whatever we do on the left side, this is called coefficient matrix, because we took all the coefficients from the variable, put them together. And the right side of the bar, we call them constant matrix. These are the right side of the equal sign of all the matrices, all the equations.
Augmented matrix have like the rows and columns. Like,
So based on how many equations you have, you're going to have that many rows. Based on how many variables you have, you're going to have that many columns. So this is m by m. We have n variables and m matrix plus 1 extra column. So if you have a equation where you have ax plus equals b, a is the coefficient matrix, and b is all the right side of the equations, the constant matrix, we can rewrite this equation in this format: a particle bar b, and then solve here. So basically, it's to make our life easier. Instead of solving one by one system equations, just put them together and then work with the matrix. Solve it easily. Example, we have 3 equations, 3 variables, x plus y plus z equals 5. This line can be written as 1, 1, 1, 5. It means x plus y plus z equals 5. The second one, 4x minus z, there is no y. So we fill that gap, so this is 4. Whatever we don't have any variable, we fill that variable with 0. So here we have coefficients 4, nothing, 1, negative 1. So it's 4, 0, negative 1, 4, 0, negative 1, and the right side of the equal sign is 2. So all you do is write the coefficients for each variable on the left side, and then on the right side it should be constant. So some people actually don't like to use the bar. They make the bar invisible. Even though there is no bar, you have to assume that the last column here is the constant matrix. How do you know? Because observe here, we have 3 variables, but so we have 4 lines, four lines, and then 3 equations. It's kind of like, it looks weird. So you assume that we actually have three variables, three equations, and then the last one is the constant. So here in this equation, we have the left three. Oh, how come it didn't work? I hate it. Give me 1 second. Let me pause it and come back on. Thank you. Did anybody sign in the sign-in sheet? So on the left side, whatever we have, that's the constant matrix. And even though they didn't give us any bar, but if you want, you can put your bar, and then you can see the right side, the last column is the constant matrix. So sometimes you will see the bar in the augmented matrix, sometimes you're not going to see the bar. When you don't see the bar, assume that the last one is the thing, constant matrix. Now, one example, we have 4 equations and 4 variables. Write the coefficient matrix, only the coefficient matrix. So, what will be the coefficient matrix for this one? Volunteer?
We put the first one.
Mhm.
The, 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus,
There is no sign.
oh, yeah, so 1, 2, 2, 1,
Mm-hmm.
and then 3, 1,
But our x1 is missing here.
0.
Anytime some variable is missing, you have to replace that with 0. So 0, 3, negative 2,
And 0, 0,
0, 0,
negative 1, 2,
2,
and then 3 zeros, and a 4.
0, 0, 0, 4. So if you put only the coefficients together, we call them coefficient matrix. But if they ask you to write the augmented matrix, then what do you do?
Take the alternate inside. That press,
Tell me what to write.
5. The first, oh, wait, no, you mean from the start?
Mhm.
Okay, 1, 2, 2, 1, 5, 0, 3, 1, 2, 1, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3 zeros, 4.
Perfect. So if someone give you this, you will see that when we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. 4 rows, 5 columns, it looks weird. That means our last column has to be the constant matrix. So even though they don't give you the line, but actually there is an invisible line there, vertical line. Any questions? Then you do one by yourself. Write that into augmented matrix. If you call your name and mispronounced, please correct me. Alisa. Elisa or Alisa? Elsa. 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 Bora. Can how do you pronounce it?
Canyon.
Canyon. Oh, canyon. Like the Grand Canyon. Origin. Abid. Mehrab. Josh. Is it Josh or Jose? Jose. Okay. Gregory. Andy. Christian. Jackson. Only 11. 15 signed up. Ready, guys? Who would like to be my volunteer? Go ahead. Abid. 1 1
1, 1,
1
1,
1 1 1 1 5
and then 0, 2, 1, -2, 1, 1, 0, 0, 4, 1, -2, 1, and 0, 0, 0, 1, -3, 0, and then 0, 0, 0, 0.
Yes, sir. Perfect. And then place a bar to make your life easier. Is there anybody who does not have this? Anyone? No one? If you don't understand anything or if you're confused about anything, please don't hesitate. Don't be shy. Ask me anything. Even if you think it's the silliest question, it's fine. Because no question is silly. If it's silly, I'll just laugh. Okay, like ha ha ha. But to make you feel comfortable, okay? So don't be shy. That's the main idea. Now this question is asking, go backward, do the opposite. They gave you a matrix, write down the equation. So what type of matrix is this? Augmented or coefficient? Only coefficients? They actually told you here. It's the augmented matrix. So even if they did not tell you here, we cannot tell. If they didn't tell us, we cannot tell whether it's augmented or coefficient. Why not? Because the dimension doesn't work, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 by 2. So is it a 4 by 2 coefficient matrix or 4 by 2 augmented matrix? We don't know. It's a good thing they're telling us that it's an augmented matrix, so we can write down the equations. So can you write down the equations? So Jackson, right? Can you help me with this? 5x1 minus 2x2 plus x3 equals 3. 2x1 plus 3x2 4x3. Perfect. So from augmented matrix, we can write down the equations.
Like the number like on the bottom of the X, like, that just tells you the
Coefficients.
coefficients.
So the first column here, the coefficients for x1. The second column here is a coefficient for x2. The third one is x3, and the last one is the right side of the equal sign. So now you try one. All by yourself. Christian. Would you like to help me with this, please? 2x1 plus x2 plus 4x3 negative 1.
And what, one,
4x1, 2x2
plus 3 x 2,
plus 3x3.
then 5 x 1,
5x1 2x2 plus 6x3 negative 1. Perfect. Any question from anyone? Now we are going to think about the solution. Solution means where all the lines intersect with one another. So how many ways they can intersect? There are 3 ways they can intersect. Either all the lines we have, they intersect at one point, all of them, or the 3 lines we have, they are the same 3 lines, or all the lines we have, they are parallel lines, so they never intersect with one another. So if you have 3 lines, the same scenario, 2 lines, same scenario, even if you have 100 lines, the same scenario. If all the 100 lines connect or intersect at one point, you have one solution. If they never intersect, we have no solution. And if all the 100 lines are the same line, they just look different, then we have infinite solution. So there are 2 types of solution we have: consistent and inconsistent. Consistent means we have a solution. It could be 1 or infinity. And we have inconsistent solution, means there is no solution. All the lines we have, they're parallel. They're never going to intersect one another. So for an inconsistent solution, our solution set is empty. So when you solve and you get the solution, it should be an empty set. No solution. For consistent, either you get one solution, so one number for each variable, or you have the same solution and the same line written multiple times, so you have infinite solution. Now let's say you have 2 by 2 linear system of equations. It means you're dealing with 2 lines. When you deal with 2 lines with 100 lines, it's easy to visualize. The 2 lines you have, either they intersect at one point, so we get one solution, or the 2 lines you have, they are actually the same line, we just don't know them yet. So we get infinite solution because they're intersecting infinitely many times because they are the same line. Or the 2 lines you have, they're parallel, so they're never going to intersect. So we get no solution. So this is the scenario for system of equations. To make it easier to understand, we work with the 2 lines, but the same concept goes with the other scenario. If you have 100 lines, the same thing. One solution, no solution, or infinite solution. Now, since we are going to work with matrices, so we are going to convert all of them into matrix, but let's say you don't want to work with matrix, you want to work with your equations, then how do you know when you have no solution and when you have infinite solution? So let's say you have 3 equations, 3 variables, and you try to solve it manually, you did it, and then you ended up getting this one. In this system, in this solution, you see the 2 lines have variables, but the 3rd line doesn't have any variable. And even if it doesn't have any variable, the 2 numbers we have, they're different from one another. So is this true? Is 0 and negative 2 are the same thing? No, it's false. So when you end up getting something false, it doesn't make sense, it means you have no solution. It doesn't make sense. For infinite case, we have variables, and we also have something that doesn't have any variable, but the 2 numbers we have are the same. There. So since you get the same number, so it's something true. When you get something true, it means an infinite solution. And when you have infinite solution, when you solve the variable, mathematician, they like to assign a different variable for each variable we have here. We don't have to do that, but they think it makes our life easier if we have all the solutions in one variable only. So you solve for one variable which is independent, and you assign a variable to that. For example, here, when you solve, you get x2 equals x3, right? So for this, well, let's say x3 is a different variable t. So if x3 is t, that means x2 is also t, because x2 and x3 they are same. And when you solve x1 here, if x1 is 3x3, it means your x1 is 3t. So I don't like doing that. Why making our life confusing with a different variable? I like to keep my variables so I can see what's happening. But when you see something like this, don't get freaked out. Don't think, oh, what they're doing. What they're doing is basically instead of working with 3 variables, they are trying to work with 1 variable to make it simpler. But that's how we distinguish when you have when you have no solution versus when you have infinite solution. Any questions so far? No? Now, when you're going to solve, what are the operations you're allowed to use? We cannot use all the operations. For example, from addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, we can never use division. We can use division in row operation. It's not possible. So what can you do? The allowed operations are only 3 types of operation. First, you can swap 2 rows. You can write the first equation on the bottom and then the bottom equation on the first or the second one. You can interchange 2 equations. This is allowed. Or you can multiply both sides of the equation by a constant. So constant multiplier. And then the third operation you can do is you can add 2 equations after multiplying by some type of number. If you multiply one equation by a number, you can add with the other. So these are the 3 equations. These are the 3 operations you are allowed to apply to solve system of equations. That's why these are the 3 types of operations allowed when you solve a matrix. In solving matrix, you can swap 2 rows. You can multiply 1 row by a non-zero number. The number you're multiplying by it has to be non-zero. And then you can add 2 numbers. So you can add 2 rows after multiplying 1 row with a number. You can multiply by -1, multiply by 7, multiply by anything. You can multiply something by 1 number, or you can simply add 2 equations or 2 rows. So adding rows is allowed, multiplying by a constant is allowed, and then swapping 2 rows are allowed. These are the only 3 allowed things you're allowed to use when you solve system of equations or matrix. Now, sometimes we see some type of equations where our right side is 0. Did you notice these type of equations in your life before? You have a bunch of equations, but all those equations, they have right side equals 0. We've seen them, but you forgot. We do have these type of equations where we have coefficients, non-zero numbers, but our constant is all zeros. We call them homogeneous system of equations. One good thing about homogeneous system of equation is that when you solve them, they definitely have a solution. Definitely. So a homogeneous system must have at least one solution. They could have one solution or infinite solution, but have to have at least one solution. And a trivial solution is a solution where all the variables are equal to 0. So when you solve your system of equations and you end up getting all the variables equal 0, that means it's a trivial solution. And we can easily check that by substituting all the variables by 0. So when you add a bunch of zeros, the answer is 0, it works. So having a trivial solution makes it a lot easier. But we don't always get 0. Another good thing about homogeneous system equation is that before even trying to solve, you can just You can see how many solutions. No, you can see whether you're going to have a solution or not just by observing your system equations. For example, if you have more variables but less equations, you're not going to have a solution because you're missing an equation for the variable. We have 3 variables, we suppose you have 3 equations, otherwise you cannot solve it. So if we have more variables but less equations, there will be no solution. And this is true only for trivial case. So in a trivial, homogeneous case, when you have homogeneous system equations, in order to have a solution, at least one solution, you have to have number of variables equals number of equations. If one of them is not, if you have more variables, less equations, it doesn't work. But it doesn't work the other way around. If you have more equations but less variable, you may have a solution. You don't have a solution only when you are missing your equations. If you're missing your equations, no solutions. But if you have more equations and less variable, you might have a solution. It's possible. It means what I'm trying to say is the other way, the backward doesn't work. Okay? So you cannot say if you have more equations but less variable, there is no solution. You can say that. You have no solution only when there is more variable than less equation. So if equation is missing, no solution. But if you have more equations, there might be solution. With this, you are done in section 1.1, and now you have your homework. You have to do question 1D from your book, question number 2, question number 4, and question number 5. And department studies said more questions. So if you want extra practice, you can do this more, but I'm not assigning them. I'm assigning only these.
Are you gonna upload it today?
Upload what?
The science?
Probably not today. I'm still modifying my chapter.
This one, thank you.
Next Wednesday midnight.
So it's both the top and the bottom working? Or
The bottom is extra.
just the top?
The top. I'm assigning the top. The bottom is extra for your extra practice. That's why I said department suggestion. Not my suggestion. It's departmental suggestion. Any question before you move on to the next
Do you typically like to choose or make your questions from exams similar to the homeworks or not? Like the way
one?
that
Similar to the homework.
the way it's worded on the textbook, do you like that or not? But sometimes some professors don't like the way the questions are written in the textbook, so they.
I like to keep the word from the textbook
Okay.
so that you don't get confused with my wording with their wording. So you have a consistent understanding.
So essentially, like, if we're comfortable doing the homework on our own, like we should be good at an exam.
True. So I actually did a few of them already in class. So you should know how to do them. I mostly went over all of them in class. By the way, there is no laptop using in the classroom. Person who came late, it didn't sign in. I'm talking to you. Include the laptop or on. Any person.
You said the homework is due Wednesday.
Wednesday midnight. So you have to submit before midnight. And you have to submit on Bright Space. I didn't make it available yet. I'm going to make it available and then I'm going to email you. Like I'm going to post the announcement on Bright Space that the submission is available. You can upload your work. When you upload this, upload PDF version. It's easier to see the PDF version instead of pictures. So you're going to do the work on your paper or on your computer, however you feel like it. And then if you do it on the paper, take a picture, convert it into PDF, and then upload. In that way, you will have your physical copy, and I'll have your electronic copy. Basilan, how do you pronounce your name? One second.
My name is Vlad, but my last name is Westphal.
Oh, Vlad, the first name. Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, I have homework is going.
Mm-hmm. This is textbook section 1.1. And you can find the textbook online. 2 years ago, there wasn't any PDF version, but now they have a PDF version, which is cool. Okay, I was supposed to do this next class, but I'm doing it today anyway, so I want to skip this. What time is it? What do you want to leave early? 8:15? What do you want to do? Do you want to leave now? Or do you want me to keep continuing? Leave for today?
Yeah.
I can make an exception for the first day, no problem. Good. And see you guys next Wednesday. Next Monday, there is no school. Next Wednesday, we're going to meet. And then the following Monday, I want to be here. So we're not going to have a class the following Monday. You have your other classes, but our class, we are not going to hold. Okay?
Next 2 Mondays, no class.
Next 2 Monday, no class. Only for us, okay?
Yeah, that's right.
Only for us. So thank you so much. It was nice meeting you. Thank you for your first participation.
Let's see you.
Mhm.
For that one, or is it gonna be?
Only for me.
Yeah, no, like, are you gonna?
I have
are
to
you gonna
attend
put
the
it?
conference, so
No, like, no.
not for
upload-
us. Not for us, there will be no
I mean,
class.
like, are you gonna upload any work or not? Okay.
It will be a free day for you. You're going to go slow.
Will you taught everything here in summer, or now there's more stuff?
Yeah.
Everything? Or all that?
I took it with
So then, this class?
So I covered
Oh, that's
everything.
them.
I covered everything in 5 weeks. So we can cover everything in
Yeah.
15 weeks.
Oh. Okay, so then it should be easier. You got more time.
In summer, we had 2 hours every day. And here we have 1 hour, 15 minutes. It's still not bad.
Thank you.
Bye.